Do the thing if you're gonna do the thing.
I'm doing the thing. I hit the record thing. This is staying in. This is staying
Yeah.
in.
Everything stays in. That's how we do this show.
We're raw, baby! We're raw talking it! Episode 14, canonically. This is actually the game finale is what we're calling it. So, hi everybody! Welcome to a speedy episode. A finale game. We're done. We're ending it. We're gone. See ya, bye. I'm Andrew, aka Titus. That's Joel! Eating a pizza. aka might be Joe. Possibly Joe. I call him out for eating on the podcast.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Well,
I got drinky drink. I don't give a fuck. These are 7.5%, so let's go!
yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. The episode. Hopefully.
Yep,
We'll have to see.
We'll see. I don't know. We're trying to finish the game, so we have a really cool thing in the works, courtesy of Monsieur Joe. Actually, I don't know what the
And also a lot of other people too. That
I don't know.
Far more credit for far more difficult things than that.
I don't know the correct, because there's like there's a different way to call somebody if they're married in French. Like Madame is French, but that's an unmarried, and I can't remember what my wife says because she tells me this all the time because she likes French. I can't remember what the married term for a French woman is, and I don't know what the married term for a French man is. So anyway, that's my history lesson. I'm gonna pour my other beer. Voodoo Ranger, Juicy Haze IPA, hashtag not an ad, hashtag not sponsored, but please, Voodoo Ranger, if you're seeing this, I will drink your beer all the time, because it's fucking good. For real, it's very good.
I don't see... The only term I saw was just literally the term for unmarried spaceman or married spaceman.
A spaceman?
Yeah.
Rocket Man. Something, yeah. We can't sing it because copyright issues, right? I've been playing in the background. You guys just don't know. This is just a farm episode where we just try and farm up levels and then we just go and raffle stomp the rest of the game. So it is totally legitimately sped up. This is pre-recorded footage, totally not me playing right now.
According to Google, it's Monsieur no matter what, and for women there's Madame and Mademoiselle, but that there is no second one. But
there you go.
That's according to Google only.
Something like that. Sure. I don't know. We actually have stuff to talk about. Last week we really didn't. We only had the PlayStation Direct, which was booty. Actual booty.
I thought there was one or two cool things in it.
There was maybe one or two cool things.
Kena looks fun.
Kena does look fun. Yeah, I agree with you there. Kena does look fun. But we had the Pokemon Direct.
Yeah.
On Tuesday? No.
Huh.
It was Friday of last week.
Was it?
It was Friday of last week because Saturday was the concert, which I didn't look up the song, but I do see the song is on YouTube.
I did not look at it, the concert at all.
So maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. Anyway, this is not a Pokemon podcast, I promise you. But we got quite an interesting bit of information. We got some gameplay from Pokemon Snap, which is awesome. It looks great. It looks very, very good. I like the... It does. So for those of you who didn't see the Direct, if you haven't watched it, there's going to be some similar stuff as you're used to. There's going to be apples to make them, in there. It's not apples, it's a fruit. I can't remember what fruit they called it. But I
think it was called fluff fruit.
Something like that. Sure. It's a fruit. You can throw it at them and they'll come over and they'll eat it and they're all cute and blah, 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 whatever. But then there's the Illumina ball. Illumina ball, which is just a ball that you throw at them and then they glow. The Pokemon will glow.
That is admittedly better than the Pester ball, which is here, step into nature and make the animals angry.
Beat the shit out of these animals. Yeah, I don't know.
So instead, you just throw a bunch of weird chemicals at them instead.
I don't like that. We're gonna get rid of that. We got a move that attacks materials more. So, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So yeah, it looks fantastic. It was confirmed there will be a day-night cycle, which I was commenting that it's probably what they're gonna do because we saw the trailer and there was a day in the desert and then a night in the desert. So there is day-night cycle. Yeah. Super cool. I like that. I can't remember what else. Oh, there's a bunch. There's like the scoring is really strange, and there's a bunch of different ways to score stuff, which was very interesting.
I like that they included the idea of the actual photo decks, which I don't think the original game had. You just had like an album of your favorite photos.
It had had the album of what you submitted to Oak.
Right, but it wasn't per Pokemon or anything, right? It was just like, here's the things, and you could trash pictures. But if I recall, you just could store X number of pictures. And that was basically it. So the idea of like, here is a Pokedex with all of the Pokemon in it, and here are the different kinds of pictures, the idea of different ratings, and they don't all overwrite each other. Like, there's no reason to, right? There's no reason to...
Yeah, we have a lot more storage ability now.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, this isn't the N64. You do not need to go crazy.
Yeah. Ooh, hey,
or you do not need to... Yeah, so this is great.
So super cool.
That's convenient.
And then I don't really care about the adding the stickers and stuff. It's cool for kids. That's fine.
I feel like there's going to be some, like, dedicated Twitter accounts and stuff
like
that.
Yeah.
Just, like, go wild with it.
Absolutely.
Will I personally utilize it very much? Shop again? Okay.
Yeah. I won't use
will probably not utilize it very much at all, but I will appreciate seeing it online. So that's fun.
Yeah, I think it'll be cool in that aspect, just because, I mean, yeah, people want to share their stuff. They should. And we haven't got a Pokemon Snap in forever, so share your Pokemon away, man. Just go, go, go. I'm sure I'll probably do a couple. Just because there's a direct link to Twitter from...
Yeah, oh yeah, I will. Day one, I'll probably make a couple. Will I do it long term? Probably not, but that's okay. I don't need to. And then, of course, we got the big announcement, which was Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl and Pokemon Legends Arceus. Which, while Pokemon Legends Arceus, I am very curious to see how it turns out.
Yeah.
I also, the fact that they said we're entering a new era, and then it has this nice Pokemon Legends like title, then Arceus comes after, it makes me think that they could do Pokemon Legends something else.
I mean, I'm assuming it opens up a whole new line for Pokemon. But yeah, let's talk about...
I would hope that it would be... And this is similar to what Fire Emblem did with Fire Emblem Echoes. Fire Emblem Echoes was a remake, and the idea is like, ooh, what about Fire Emblem Echoes, different game?
What about
the other older?
What about that one?
Because it was Fire Emblem Gaiden.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valentia, which Valentia was the continent name. So like, yeah, let's do Pokemon Legends Ho-Oh. Let's do Pokemon Legends to all the other like Pokemon that totally got poor treatment because of weird mythical nonsense. Like, let's do Pokemon Legends Zygarde, because Zygarde didn't get properly
he didn't get
in his game
anything, which still makes me mad.
He had some stuff in the following game, which is not enough, which was not good enough.
He had the personally, I think they did Zygarde dirty. I don't understand.
I agree.
I don't understand why we needed the form change and have him be a little slug thing that all of a sudden has multiple forms and percentages.
I like original Zygarde design.
Yeah, he's great.
Zygarde is cool.
He's fantastic.
The other forms are also cool. I appreciate them.
The other forms are okay.
The dog's maybe not the best thing in the world, but a lot of people like the dog. The big Colossus guy.
Dude.
That's my least favorite.
The little dude is the cute one. Make that a pre-form.
Oh yeah.
Make the little guppy guy a pre-form, and then fuck everything else.
Yeah.
They did Zygarde dirty.
I agree. So Pokemon Legends Zygarde, Arceus is actually the one where I think I found out. I saw something that explained why Arceus got screwed up, and if I understand correctly, and if I'm remembering this correctly, basically in when Diamond and Pearl first came out, there was a. Are you just level grinding?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess fine. Are we not in a new gate?
No, we don't have any new gates.
I assumed we were in a new gate.
No, we have no new gates.
No, but when Diamond and Pearl first came out, there was a glitch that allowed you to clip through a wall in the Elite Four, and if I remember correctly, you could walk all the way to the Arceus Island, and you could trigger the event.
Really?
It is one of the very few times. Now, number one, Gen 4 was the first Pokemon game that had any capacity to be patched at all. And so that was like the first ever patch that a Pokemon game ever had.
I didn't know that, actually.
But if you never updated your game, and it was only in Japan, because Gen 4 was not worldwide release. But yeah, you could just walk to Arceus, and after they patched it, they fixed the clip and also made it so that if you could somehow get to the island, that Arceus just wouldn't spawn. He wouldn't be there yet. But rumor is that's why he never got the event, is because basically people fucked it up. Oh,
I
guess Centaur's.
No, he insta-killed him. It was an insta-kill attack.
Oh, okay. I mean, I would say at this point, just... Oh, do you have Revive? I don't think you do anymore.
I think I do. I just gotta find it.
Gold Slime might have it.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
No, I don't think you have it right now. I think it was on Great Drac and you haven't inherited it yet.
Alright, fuck it. Whatever. I'll just leave.
Yeah, just go through the whole fight the boss.
I don't have to fight the boss. There's nobody here. I've already done it.
Oh, yeah. One or two of them, the bosses stick around, but I don't think it's this one. Admittedly, Centaur is about as high level as you can. There is a level cap. I don't think he's at it, but Centaur doesn't need the level ups.
No.
Go drop off all your money though, just in case, because you are going to need all of it. The last tournament's very expensive, so go drop off literally all of your money at the bank.
Yeah, we got all of our money back so that we can fight A, because it's like 5,000 to fight A, and then we lost, and so
yeah, go drop literally all of your money off, or at least the 6K or whatever.
So yeah, we can talk about the Diamond and Pearl remakes because they're a little divisive, I guess is the word.
I will say I have seen, since the initial trailer, I have seen more positive comments about the graphical style than I have seen negative.
Interesting, because I have seen
a lot of, and some of those people, their first reaction was, "Whoa, what the fuck?" And then they were like, "Okay, no, I do like this." Or I saw a few people that are like, "You know what? I'm just not going to comment on it right now because it's too early and graphics don't determine if it's a good game. So I'm just not going to comment about it."
Well, true.
Which I also think is a fair stance.
I mean, it's Pokemon, so you know it's going to be at least halfway decent, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I think it's fine. I think it is, if anything, I think it is the most true graphical style remake that we've seen yet.
Yeah,
all the other ones.
I would agree with that.
All the other ones just copied from whatever the previous game within that engine was.
Yeah, I mean, look at Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. You have.
It was just Sun and Moon.
It was X and Y. It came out after X and Y. I'm pretty sure it came out after X and Y, but before Sun and Moon. You might have to double check me though.
Oh wait, it had Mega Evolution, so yes.
Yes.
Sun and Moon didn't have Mega, or no, Sun and Moon still had Megas, but they were like post game only or something.
No, what did they? They had the Z moves, which was dumb.
Nope, they had both.
Okay.
You could get Megas, but it wasn't until post game.
Okay.
You got a Mega Ring, and you could start getting your stones, but it wasn't.
Oh right. I remember.
I know because I'm watching a playthrough right now of X and Y, and they have Megas. So
God, X and Y is good.
Yeah, XY is very good, but no, no, I think that this graphical style is by far the most accurate to the original game yet, and it does look like there's going to be at least some attention to quality of life stuff insofar as we saw diagonal movement, we saw freedom of movement.
Yeah, it's gonna be free. It's not grid based movement.
It's still grid based.
It's
in
still,
a lot of others.
It's like grid based screen, but not grid based restrictive movement. It's still free move. Yeah. I mean, the plots of grass you can tell are grid based. You can absolutely you can see the square grids.
You can see the grid, but there's no guarantee that on the back end, in the original games, on the back end in the programming, the grid was how it determined every step it would make checks or whatever.
Yes.
There's no guarantee that that's still happening in this game. There's no guarantee that they're not just treating it as one big region and it's checking every X amount of time or every X character steps, whatever those look like.
Right.
Who knows? And it frankly doesn't really matter. That is the least important aspect of Pokemon.
Kitty's going back to sleep, maybe. Okay, well, good night, I guess.
Maybe.
But
no, I think that.
Yeah, it's true to the it's true to the art style. I can't disagree with you there. It really is. I mean,
heal your Draco Lord before you go any further.
I mean, he's not that low. He only has like 89 HP.
He has more than that.
Oh, okay. Holy shit, he's gained a bunch of HP.
Yeah. They also shifted positions because your Centisar died, so he went to the back of the party. Top right. Yep, and then top right again.
What was I saying? Oh, I mean, I can't disagree with you that the remakes are like true to, or I guess it's not really a remake; it's just a remaster. It's not a remake. They're very true to the art style. I get that.
God, I'm so tired of the gaming industry needs to standardize terms that they use.
Which one's which? I mean, it's a remaster.
As far as I'm concerned, I don't consider there to be any difference between the term remake and remaster. I do not see that as being as fine a line as some other people.
Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VII Remake are different drastically. No, it is not a remaster. Yeah,
no, they are. I think that if they branded it remaster, nobody would have batted an eye. I think they would have. I think that the argument would be inverted, and you'd be like, "Oh, this isn't a remake. This is a remaster." I just straight up disagree that it's that distinct. I think that there are some companies that may have their own habits, but I think if a different company came out and they did it, nobody would really question it that much. Personal opinion.
Either way, the remaster, it is true to the original, and if that's what you're looking for, that's great. I personally won't buy it. I didn't really care for Gen 4. It was my least enjoyable gen. At least Platinum makes it bearable.
I think that we're bound to get some of the Platinum benefits.
I do hope that they put like the Arceus Darkrai. What's the little guy?
I hope
Shaman, whatever you want to call him. I hope they put him in there too. Like if they put that stuff in there, that's great. Like
I would love a Delta episode equivalent, right? That they did for ORAS and they gave us Deoxys.
Yeah, do that.
Deoxys was event only. I would love
that stuff.
Equivalent of that.
I mean, that's great because it makes it available in the current generation. Fantastic. Yeah. I support that. That's fucking cool.
I don't think it's necessary, but I think it would be nice.
It's just. I mean, I've already played it, so it's not. I'm not the target audience, I guess.
Well,
which is fine.
You say that, but you also were hyped as hell for Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. So like,
I was the target audience for that game because I love that generation.
I think that this one has an opportunity to make it better and improve the experience. But I also think that you need to heal some guys again.
Yeah.
I also think that there is absolutely. I'm not guaranteeing that they won't miss some of those opportunities, right? Like, I think it is entirely possible that they will just leave, because here's the thing. They're clearly trying to preserve the original game, which is true of all of their remakes outside of Let's Go. Other than Let's Go, every remake has been preserving as much of the original game as possible.
And what would you consider?
With very few. Oh, there's Anthony. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, Let's Go was good. Let's Go was just good.
Yeah, and I'm not like. I also think Fire Red was really good.
Fire Red was incredible. Oh my god,
So,
it's probably one of the best
right.
games that is out. One of the best Pokemon games that are out there. I mean,
Right. So like I don't
Oh,
think
God.
the idea of whether or not it's preserved or not preserved is necessarily better or worse. I don't think that preserving is inherently better or worse. I think that the problems that I had with Gen 4, unfortunately, I just don't think that they will be.
they won't be fixed in this game.
Because they are baked into things. They're just baked into things that are.
Unless they make more Pokemon available to begin, like just in general, they won't be fixed.
Yeah, they would need to change the encounter tables, which, admittedly, Let's Go did do. Let's Go had a bunch of changes. I know for a fact because you could catch Mr. Mime in the wild was one of them. And everything that was in the Safari Zone, because the Safari Zone wasn't there, everything inside the Safari Zone got put other places.
I'm trying to think.
So I am 100% sure.
Oh, that's true. Right, everything that's in the Safari Zone did get put in a different spot. That is.
But
that
I know,
is
but
true.
I know that Mr. Mime was available to catch in the wild because I used one on my team when I played Let's Go.
For some reason, I thought he was available to catch in the wild. I thought Blue
He was
had
trade only in the original game.
What do you mean trade only?
You could not catch Mr. Mime in Red and Blue. You had to trade for Mr. Mime.
Oh,
Full
like
stop.
Blockbuster.
He was one of the like 3
Toys R Us.
Huh?
Blockbuster, Toys R Us. You know the events you had to trade for. Or you mean? Oh, you mean trade in the
he
game
was like,
with
yeah,
one
he
of
was like
the
Farfetch'd.
with one of the people.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was an NPC trade like Farfetch'd. Farfetch'd was also only acquirable via trade, but they changed it in Let's Go. So they could change things.
I mean, that's
and I would
fine.
certainly appreciate if they did.
They do need to, because
but-
that game severely lacks, especially early on.
It's especially the first half, because later on you get all the cool. You start to see lots of the new evolutions, which is really neat.
Yeah, it's okay.
But in the early game, the new Pokemon that are there are largely uninteresting. Not entirely, but largely. And the old Pokemon are actually, you see more of them than anything else. So, like, you go into, like, Gen 5 was great because they explicitly said no old Pokemon until post-game. Everything you see is new until post-game. Now, did it mean that they just made... Does it mean that they just made Geodude 2 and they made...
Oh, right.
Like,
they did.
Yeah, and they made Swoobat, who was Zubat 2. And then they made, like... So, admittedly, it's not like they were totally reinventing the wheel here, but, like, yeah, it was at least new. Whereas Gen 4 was like, go into a cave. Oh, hey, guess what? It's still Zubats and Geodudes.
Gen 5 was a bit lazy with how they did some stuff, hence Zubat, Woobat, and all that stuff. But man, the new Pokemon that you did get felt awesome.
Oh, no. Well, and Gen 5 had some really cool new designs. And Gen 4, I don't have any specific beef with, like, Starly or Bidoof. Bidoof is silly, but, like, I don't think he's any better or worse than Rattata.
Bidoof is a fucking meme at this point, so it's fine.
He is. He's a meme. And, like, I don't have any problem with Starly. Like, Starly versus Pidove versus Spearow versus Pidgey versus, like, whatever. They're no better or worse.
Right.
Do I think that within the context of, okay, this is the 5th normal flying bird in a row, that was a problem, which they have now since moved away from, right?
Yeah.
We had
Talonflame, right? Involved in the Talonflame?
We had a Fireline, And admittedly, Picky Peck and Toucannon and such were still normal flying, but their designs were super cool, so they get a pass.
Their designs are pretty cool.
I actually, they're the Pokemon that I totally forgot about and ignored on my first playthrough, but now whenever I do get around to visiting Sun and Moon again, I am totally using Picky Peck and Toucannon because they're actually super cool.
I do like. I mean, Toucannon. The Pokemon in Sun and Moon aren't bad, and no fault are the Pokemon designs in Sun and Moon terribly bad. They're quite genius for the fact that they have island. They're island based. They're very tropical based and all that stuff. Like they did that really really well. But
you should use a warp staff here if you have one, because that is a really janky path you're gonna have to go around.
I still don't like those games. I think they were.
Oh, there's other problems.
They're just not good.
I think that you should revisit them sometime, and maybe we'll get an opportunity to do that on the stream or something.
Maybe.
I actually think that Sun and Moon are, by and large, I think they have some really cool ideas. Totem Pokemon and Pokemon that call allies against you to make battles 2v1. That's great. That's an awesome mechanic.
That's been a thing in a lot of other RPGs as well. So I like that. I like that aspect.
Pokemon desperately needs more unfair battles.
Yeah, because the game is easy.
Because that's the thing. When it's symmetrical like it is either oppressively difficult, right? Like if they actually fully stacked out an enemy team and made them always use the best moves and they have lots of attacking moves, which is what they do with Cynthia.
And the dragon guy in Sword and Shield. If you don't have the right team going up against
Raihan?
Yeah, if you don't have the right team going up against, because he throws out Flygon first, and Flygon does Sandstorm, and then he immediately goes into like Steel Dragon Pokemon. Well, like that battle can be rough if you're not ready for it.
Pokemon Coliseum actually also has some similar battles where there's just like a fully decked out team with 6 Pokemon that are a much higher level than you would be if you played the game naturally, and they have a cohesive strategy and all this jazz. But the thing is, if you do that
and
all
they're
the
here
time,
to fuck.
Right. But if you do that all the time, the game becomes impossible. So what they need to do is they need to make more alterations to the formula. Sword and Shield also did a little bit of this with in the DLC you get a new like fake rival at the Isle of Armor.
The girl?
Or the guy. The guy, for obvious reasons, did not get as much coverage.
Oh, there is an actual guy version to choose. Okay.
Well, it's if you got Sword or Shield. Sword gets the girl, Shield gets the guy.
Oh, okay.
Clara and Avery. And they're both... Avery's just a douche, and Clara is...
weird and
like
a bitch.
A snob.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Valley girl, I guess you could say?
No,
like that
she's
kind of like...
she's manipulative.
Mean girl. I think I meant mean girl.
Yeah. But like in your final battle with Clara, I don't know exactly how it works for Avery. It could very well be the same thing. Because the whole thing is like Clara is all poison types. Avery is all psychic types, but both of their aces is Galarian Slowbro because he's poison psychic. So they both use Galarian Slowbro. But Clara, in your final battle against her, when the battle starts, you start the field with toxic spikes everywhere.
Well, fuck that.
She cheats, and that's the point. And I think that was actually genius because it's like, oh crap, I have to deal with this condition that my enemy doesn't have to deal with. I think that's a great.
That is a good. It's an equalizer.
Yeah, well, it's a way of doing it without just making her entire team super stacked or whatever, right?
Yeah, no, that's good.
That's no fun.
It's good. It's a good way. I like that. It's really unfortunate that the DLC of Sword and Shield was better than the original game. And I know that's kind of divisive, but I think the original game of Sword and Shield is not as good as everybody says it is. It's not bad. They tried new stuff. It's not inherently bad. It's just not incredible.
I think that the biggest problem Sword and Shield has was the wild area being a letdown. I don't even think the wild area is bad. It just wasn't really what they sold it as.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't actually have and actually the main routes in Sword and Shield I actually really liked. I
think they were interesting.
Like the regular routes. I thought they were totally fine.
I think some of the stuff they tried to do was pretty good. Like Sword and Shield, but if you strip away or if you forget about what they delivered, the idea was good. The idea was really
yeah.
good. It has some of the best Pokemon
And-
design we've seen in a long time. Just hands down.
Sure.
There's no
hands down, yeah.
There's no argument there. Like, it is probably some of the best unique designs of Pokemon we've seen probably since Gen 3.
There's barely any duds. Barely any duds.
I can't think of any duds. I'm gonna be honest.
Some people really don't like Berserker, but I love Berserker. So.
I can only think of typing duds. The octopus that's in the water but's only fucking fighting.
Yeah. Admittedly, I don't think we needed another water fighting type, but
we don't need more fighting types in general. But at the same time, he's an octopus.
He's literally an octopus that you find in the water.
He chases you.
No excuse. That said, I will also say water type is already the most represented type, so less water types is better.
Less water, less fighting. Please.
I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if he was originally supposed to be water and they were like, guys, too many water types. Can you just make him not water? Just give him like one water move and call it good. Yeah. There are plenty of Pokemon that you find in the water that aren't water type, but usually they make more sense. Like Pincurchin, great example. I love Pincurchin.
What's X and Y, the dragon? He's poison dragon, right?
He starts poison water and then he becomes poison dragon.
Right. I think that's really good.
Skrelp and Dragogi, yeah.
Skrelp, that's what I was thinking of. Thank you. I couldn't think of his first form.
Yep, Skrelp and Dragogi.
I think that's a great Pokemon because it starts as a water, which is, crazy, but then it evolves past the water and becomes poison dragon, which is really cool.
Yeah.
A lot of people really like that Pokemon.
We have gotten pretty far from Gen 4, which is where we started this conversation.
All right, but I mean, it's not a Pokemon podcast, my guy.
I'm just going to rein it back to, I think that Gen 4, it's certainly an opportunity to fix some stuff.
Name a good Gen 4 Pokemon, and it can't be the Water Weasel.
Oshawott, you mean?
No.
Buizel.
The Water Weasel. Name a good Gen 4 Pokemon.
Let's see. Well, because I also don't want to name an evolution or a pre-evolution. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Shinx.
All right, okay.
Luxio and Luxray.
Shinx is pretty good. Shinx is pretty good.
I really like Chatot. I think Chatot's pretty cool.
Oh, you Chatot?
Mm-hmm. The parrot with the music note head.
Oh, I was thinking of the Oshawott form. I'm like, what is going on?
Chatot.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about. I
think Chatot's. I think he's cool. I think
you like the very obscure bird Pokemon.
I just think that his music note head is cool.
I mean, he is a cool design, but
yeah, that's why I'm not saying I don't. When I choose whether or not I like a Pokemon, it has nothing to do with how good they are.
Oh, I do both. Flygon, really good, really cool looking. There you go.
Yeah, no, he's great. Like no doubt about it. Let's see. You actually should go back and grab that love water because your Draco Lord's dying.
He'll be fine. Maybe. Yeah, he'll be fine.
Let's see what else.
I just use one world do. I have a bunch of them.
Gen 4 Pokemon. What other good Gen 4 Pokemon are there? Who's a different Lucario, Spiritomb, Garchomp.
All right, Spiritomb.
I'm just naming Cynthia's team at this point.
Right? The best Pokemon are on Cynthia's team. That's it. You're done.
Yeah, no.
She already knows.
Admittedly, Gen 4, mad props to them for putting Gibble early in the game. Gibble is rare, but you can get Gibble in the first hour and a half of the game.
I used a world do, and then we immediately found a fucking healing place.
Oh, oopsies! At least you got all your mana back.
That's okay.
You can level grind a little.
Gibble's great. I love Gibble, and let's not downplay how much of a monster Garchomp is. He's absurd. And X and Y was like, you think Garchomp's bad? Let's introduce Mega Garchomp, baby. And everyone was like,
let's see.
No.
Gen 4 was
No.
also the first time they tried anything online, and that was a bust, but that was mostly just because I think it was too early.
True.
Like,
True.
there was the Union Room, and there was the Underground.
They're bringing the Underground back, aren't they?
They are. It's in the trailer, and I actually think the Underground will be way better. I think the Underground will be legit fun in this game because way more people will be playing it. Way more people will be playing it.
Yeah.
And way more people will have access to it, and it doesn't have to be local. You can do it
Online.
You can do it online and find servers and stuff. That'll be fantastic. Oh,
I
also
think...
with a good Pokemon, the fossils. Both the fossils are great.
Remind me.
Cranidos and Shieldon.
Oh, right. They're shield,
fantastic.
the shield and attack, the shield turret, or the shield. I don't know if you call it a Triceratops. It's really kind of like a what's the armored one?
He's close to that. Yeah.
But and then there's the attack Tyrannosaurus. Actually, it's more like the.
He's not a he's the hard head dinosaur.
Yeah.
The
ones that butt their heads. I can't remember.
They are called Pachycephalosaurus.
Thank you.
Yeah, super cool. Love them.
Yeah, I think
okay,
they're not.
Now I'm gonna stop doing it off the top of my head, and I'm gonna look up Gen 4 Pokemon.
I actually don't really care for the.
Also, all the starters in a vacuum are good. Infernape is annoying that he's the second of 3 firefightings, but his design in a vacuum is very good. Infernape is actually... I don't like Chimchar, but I probably like Infernape more than Blaziken.
I would agree with that. I actually really don't like Blaziken. Hot take.
I think Blaziken's pretty cool, but I like Infernape.
Disagree. I think Torchic is the best of the 3 of them.
Oh,
of Torchic, Combustion, and Blaziken.
Of that 3, sure.
I think that Torchic is the best one. I think of the 3, Trico is the best starter. Because Sceptile is a fucking boss.
Sceptile's great, but my preference would be
Swampert. You put respect on Mudkit's name.
Purely design Swampert, Blaziken, Sceptile. Sceptile's last for me.
Why?
I like Trico a lot.
Blaziken is such a dumb-looking chicken motherfucker.
No. Also, other good Gen 4 Pokemon, Vespiquen.
That was Gen 4.
Vespiquen is baller.
I thought that was Gen 5.
Gen 4 is the honey trees.
Gen 4 is also the deer, right? Deer.
Gen 5.
Is Gen 5?
Seasons. Gen 5 is seasons.
Okay, never mind then.
Gen
See,
4...
I switched the 2.
Gen 4 does have day-night, but I don't think it has...
I mean, a lot of the games had day-night after Silver and Gold.
Gen 2 day-night was brand new, but I think Gen 5 didn't care about day-night. Like, it happened, but it didn't affect encounters.
No.
And I think Sword and Shield's the same way. I don't think it affects encounters.
Right,
but it has. But Sword and Shield went hard with the weather in the wild area.
Right. Right.
Drifloon, great Pokemon.
No, he's a balloon.
Yeah. Yeah, and
like
Drifblim is a hot air balloon.
I don't like
That's
him.
great.
I think he's kind of lame. All right, first match. Let's go.
Yeah, that's. I mean, Drapion and Toxicroak, both cool. I don't really like Drapion that much, but Toxicroak's pretty fun.
Toxicroak's okay.
Carnivine is kind of fun and silly.
That's the
floating plant.
Planoprant.
Yeah.
Basically.
Venus flytrap.
Thank you. That's the fucking word. God damn.
And also Rotom.
Rotom is Gen 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would be more excited for a Gen 5 remake than Gen 5 remaster than a Gen 4 remaster. But I mean, it's something for my kiddo to play, which is great. He likes Pokemon and he wants to experience all the old Pokemon games because he hears his dad talk about the old Pokemon games. So it's something that he'll get to experience, which is cool. anything that makes old games more available to new generations is fantastic.
Yeah, and if you just, and obviously, especially with a handheld game for the DS, you can't just port it. Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine and Super Mario Galaxy, you can get away with porting those games
because they were console games.
Yeah, and you could say it's a classic experience. We're not gonna, whatever. But a handheld game port as anything other than a here, have this if you want it, is not gonna fly.
That thing just knocked out my fucking gold slime in one move.
Did it have the material killing
and
skill?
It killed my Drac in one move too.
What the shit?
We're not ready for that fight.
Did you save before that fight?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just reset.
That fight right there has killed us every time.
Don't spend your money on that one.
I don't know how to get out of that fight because I mean our stuff is like we're stomping things that are.
Yeah, we have nowhere else to go, and our team. I guess we could. There are other gates we could try and find.
But I don't know what else to do. That team right there just like destroys us.
Okay, so you have 8K in the bank right now. Go to. We can't do the tiny metal gate. Let me look at. I closed that damn wiki.
It's really okay. I really don't.
Well, I'm trying to find because a new gate would at least probably be high level.
I mean, this one is apparently high level, but our dudes are just ripping through it. I mean, yeah, our gold slime and our Draco Lord is only 13 and 14.
Well, but the level, that's not even really necessarily everything. They have plenty of HP. Gold slime he's getting killed by specific skills. Oh, also, if you find a shop or if you do it before this, go sell a bunch of the items that you're just sitting on. You have a bunch of shit that you're carrying around that's worth money that you just need to not bother with.
I guess that's true. We can go do that. That's fine. So yeah, I think
wait,
that,
we can do that one.
I know a lot of people have some strong feelings about how remasters go. Some people will call them a cash grab or anything like that, but I don't know. Like, people who want the game will buy it regardless, especially if it's a remaster. And I think if it makes a game that was previously harder to obtain in this day and age more available to gamers, I think it's fantastic. I think it's great. Like, and let's be real. I mean, sure, a lot of people have played Mass Effect, for instance. That's one of the most recent collections remasters that are coming out. They've like upscaled a little bit of stuff and added all the DLC in there. Some people haven't played it.
Mass Effect 1, they're actually doing quite a bit.
So, like, I haven't played them. I own them, but I haven't played them. And I bought them for a couple dollars because I got them that were no case in a GameStop deal that were like $3 or $5 a piece or something like that. Me buying a $70 PS4, PS5 version of Mass Effect that includes 3 games isn't going to fucking kill me at all. Like, I don't care. It's not that big of a deal. There's a lot of... I get it. Like, having remakes being what people only put out is frustrating.
And I think that Pokemon did it in a way now that I'm not mad at them about, because they specifically they gave it to a different company and they said remake Gen 4 for us.
I mean, look at how much it is to get an original Diamond and Pearl. Like,
oh sure,
how much? I'm gonna Google it real quick and I'm gonna see how much it is to buy a cartridge of Pokemon Diamond or Pearl. eBay says $14 plus tax. I do not believe that because
I'll check GameStop's website.
The next listing is $40 and $75 and $85, and I mean, there's a listing of $50 for Pokemon. There's a listing for
GameStop
$50.
lists Pokemon Diamond for Nintendo DS as $60, which is more than it was when it came out.
For a used DS cartridge.
Yes. Yep.
You're getting a brand new Switch remaster for the same price.
For the same price, yeah.
That's not a cash grab. That's crazy. No, it's
not. Well, and again, if they were diverting a bunch of their own resources to keep making the games, that was the problem. Game Freak was spending so much time just making the same games over and over. This time they finally handed off one of these games to a different company and let them do it, which was brilliant because it gives that company some foothold in saying they know how to make games and they're easy to work with and yada yada yada, and they'll handle your IP with grace and all that jazz. But it does so without Game Freak having to divert their own resources. Okay. After you're done here, go to the northeast corner of the farm.
Okay. All the way up at the top.
And don't forget to save. Yeah. You can drop off the money you did make here. But yeah, go to the farm at the very top and go to the northeast corner.
Yeah.
This gate should not be hard, but it is new, which is fun.
That's a good point. I actually forget that. Oh shit, we fell. You can fall there.
Nice.
Whoops. That's fine. Not that big of a deal, I guess. Where the fuck are we?
Put you in behind the Coliseum.
Yeah, I got it. It's fine because yeah, it's not Game Freak's main source of income, basically. Because
what do you mean?
Or not main source of income. Not main source of income. I mean, it's not their main focus. They gave away the remake so that they could do other stuff like focus on Legends.
Oh, it isn't now. It was before.
Right. And did you confirm was Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire made by Game Freak or was it made by somebody else?
This is, to my knowledge, the first time a mainline Pokemon game or remake has been made by someone not Game Freak.
Okay.
Let's Go, I think, was made by somebody else.
Was?
And let's see. I'll look it up. You should be able to just rush through this gate, by the way. It should be very easy.
Especially with where we're finding all these freaking...
So...
Oh, is there patch notes out for Smash? Is there...
It should be very soon. Should be if not already, then very.
I'm seeing buzz on Twitter that there's some Smash patch notes.
Oh gosh, I forgot. There's so many other little side games that I think have been made by other studios.
Well, right, like all of the dungeons
and Conquest and Mystery Dungeon and
all of those have been made by other companies.
Yeah,
which is fine.
Well, it's good.
And they've been great. Oh,
many people don't.
Ballast Judgments. Ooh, we're gonna look at Smash.
I'll go. You keep playing. You keep zooming.
But I want to look at Smash.
Well, my only job here is to read stuff. I will tell you the Smash things.
They buffed Pichu. Looks like they're buffing Wario.
Who was the one that they were waiting on that like desperately needed adjustments? There was somebody who had been like ignored for quite a while.
I don't know.
There was somebody who's been sitting on stuff.
Oh, they nerfed Palutena.
Stop. Play the game. I will read.
Okay. They nerfed Joker.
It looks like they did their big like change to everyone of the patch appears to have been when you are falling straight down.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know exactly what that means.
They nerfed Joker a little bit.
Oh, they just made Pichu. They removed or made smaller the hurt box on his ears.
Ooh, they didn't touch Ness. Fuck
oh, and they also just made Pichu do less self-damage across the board.
Good, because they really made when he was a problem, because Pichu was a fucking major problem. Still not a Pokemon podcast, I promise. Pichu was a problem, and they nerfed him by making him do more damage to himself, but basically making him unusable. And now that has that risk reward, maybe he'll be better, because he was the best character in the game because he was insane.
It looks like slight nerf to Wario.
I thought it was a bit of an adjustment. I don't know if it was a nerf.
They made his fart less powerful.
People weren't confirmed.
The fart attack is slower, and it's just slower. Yeah,
people only use it as like a flex kill confirm. It's not the best kill confirm.
It's specifically the there's 4 charge levels, and the 3rd and 4th levels are slower now. Just fine. Diddy Kong, very slight nerf. They made it so it just says
Diddy Kong
that
didn't need a nerf.
he can't pull banana peels as fast. There's like a delay or something, so we can't just chain them together.
He really did
what
not.
That exactly is about.
He did not need a nerf. He was already not great. He's not bad. He's just not great. Chris beat my ass with Robin the other day.
Oh, very slight buff to DDD. Basically, when you hit a Gordo, there's an increased chance that it'll actually stick to walls, but then also it looks like if you have a Gordo that was reflected coming back at you, it is easier for DDD to send it back again.
Well, that's actually not bad.
Which is actually the main counterplay to Gordos, was reflecting it, because you could reflect Gordos with just projectiles. You didn't even need a dedicated reflect. You could just hit them. So they let him send them back, which is good.
Why are we here?
Very slight buff to me, Gunner. Palutena, yeah, it is increased vulnerability on her dash attack and on her forward air. Forward air, it's landing lag. And then Palutena's grab has less range, which actually may well be considerable.
God, you did. This was a copycat.
Figure out. Yes, it is a copycat.
And it's dead, and now it wants to join us.
Copycats this is the only way you get one naturally. You have to breed one otherwise. They're fun. You can actually, there's some specific recipes I think that call for copycats. Let's see. Joker
got a slight nerf. It's not a lot. It's just a slight nerf.
Oh, it looks like they made it so that if Joker's like ending lag for countering if you don't actually hit him. If you don't actually trigger the counter,
he can't just fucking frame one counter again, because that's bullshit.
Well, no, it's not that. It's saying that if he counters
and he misses
and nobody hits him, he has more vulnerability.
Thank God.
So he is more punishable.
I love playing Joker. He's probably the best person in the game based on results that have been put up. Because I mean, MKLeo has won several tournaments. Won Evo with him, but fuck, dude, Joker's counter is bullshit.
Buffs for Byleth.
Yeah, they buffed Byleth pretty significantly.
Actually, yeah, way more launch distance. God damn. They made Byleth's down air even better against shields, which, remember, down stuff is all the axe.
Mm-hmm.
The axe could already just break shields. So now it's almost guaranteed if you hit a down air, you're going to break a shield.
Yeah.
Almost guaranteed.
Or be very, very, very close.
And then the side special, which was besides the spear, it looks like if you shield that, if you shield a Byleth spear, it takes longer to recover out of. I'm a little unclear what that means.
Basically, it means that your shield has lag.
Yeah.
Either your shield has lag, or if Byleth hits the shield, depending on the wording, there's hit stun. Meaning
the Byleth. Go ahead. The up B tether.
Yeah.
The up B tether launches downwards further if your opponent has high damage.
No thanks.
And
that's gonna be an
also
instant kill.
It's faster.
It's gonna be a very big.
It was already spiked. It was already a spike off stage, so it was effectively off stage. It was already a kill guaranteed. But now on stage, it launches more.
Which is crazy, because does that mean it'll also have the bounce physics more? So could they potentially combo again in air? That's scary.
You could possibly, could possibly combo something.
That's scary.
Min takes less time to charge smash attacks.
Yeah, she got a buff, which is scary because she's one of the best characters in Japan.
My question, it says shortened the amount of time you can charge a smash attack, and I wonder if that also means damage comes down too. That could go either way. I do not know.
Don't know. That's a good point.
The phrasing on that makes it sound like that is actually a nerf, or that is a nerf.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
It says the distance. Oh, when you have the dragon laser arm, the lasers are shorter now, which
Good.
frankly was desperately needed.
Good.
That was oppressive.
Yeah,
very impressive.
Yeah, it's crazy because in the West, she's not that good of a person. But in the East, in Japan, she's one of the best characters in the game, which is crazy.
Yeah.
We're on to the Smash part of the fucking podcast now. We just have...
And then slight buff to Steve and Alex and slight buff to Sephiroth. Also, interestingly, in the patch notes, they are listed as Steve and Alex.
That's pretty cool.
Not Steve and Alex and Zombie and Enderman. It's listed as Steve and Alex.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, slight buff to that. The down smash is a bit wider, which is cool. That's the
good.
Lava
That's
block
the lava
thing.
block.
So that was actually.
That's the lava. No, it's the lava bucket, not the lava block.
Which is actually that's a really cool, fun attack. So I like that. And then Sephiroth is made it easier to hit multiple times with his down special. I don't even remember what his down special is.
Counter. Down special's counter. Side B is snap.
Oh, so the little sparkles afterwards, you're more likely to hit more of them. Which, fine. Okay.
Sure.
Sure.
Don't care. It's fine.
Yep.
I forgot that when I drink beer, it makes you have to pee a lot, and that's a pain in the ass when you're doing a podcast. But beer's so good.
Indeed, but whenever you need to, I'll go make my other drink.
No, we can't have both of us.
It does look like maintenance has started.
Well, that's good. So
possibly finished a while ago. I'm unclear.
No, I think they come out in like 2 minutes. I think they're released in like 2 minutes. Which they look good. From what I saw in the kit, they have potential to be very, very, very good.
And they are managing to do so without a serious gimmick. Because while the stance changes something, it only changes.
It's just like another Pokemon trainer. It's really not that big of a deal.
It's like, but it's even less because all of the Pokemon moves are different.
Most of the Pokemon moves are slightly different.
What, like Charizard's Smash is very different from Squirtle's Smash.
Yeah, but like Side B of Mithra is different than Pyra's Mithra or Pyra's Side B.
Right. The specials are different.
Right, but the smashes seem the same.
Different.
Well, down tilt is down tilt the same?
The smashes are just balanced differently with damage and launch distance.
Is down
functionally the same?
Is down tilt the same? Because he was talking about today that Mithra can down tilt into combo and Pyra can't.
It's just that Pyra launches too far.
Okay, so it's literally like Buster, Speed, and Smash for Shulk. Like there's just the different damage dealing launch speed, which is great. Yeah. I think that's great. I think it's cool. You give a speed version, which is really good at racking up damage and comboing, and then you have a finisher version, which is really good at just killing people.
Well, but then also Pyra also just hits hard by herself, like because you think about it this way, Shulk. You play on the damage one first, and then you use
Buster.
The smash form.
Yep.
And use Buster to do damage, and then you smash to combo. Whereas Pyra Mithra, it's the opposite, where it's theoretically going to be people using the fast character to rack up damage and then killing with. But that's because Shulk fundamentally isn't about damage or not damage. Shulk is about damage versus launch distance, and he inverts. Buster is more damage, less launch distance, and also all of the buffs apply to himself too. He takes more damage. I'm
playing a lot of Smash with the kiddo, and I'm playing Shulk. I've gotten Shulk a couple times on random. I genuinely think if each mode lasted a bit longer, Shulk could be an insanely good character. Insanely good.
I mean, he is pretty good. His neutral air is very good. His neutral air and his forward air are both very, very good.
He's very good, but it takes a lot to play him insanely effectively. If his stance changes lasted like 5 seconds longer, he'd be crazy. I mean, 5 seconds you think is a short amount of time, but in a Smash game, it's a very long amount of time.
It would be nice. I also think that I personally do not know how to properly utilize speed and jump. I just don't know how to do it.
I go to
I
jump.
stick to shield. I do shield, buster, and smash. I don't really use.
I go to jump
no.
if I'm like at disadvantage or I'm getting rushed down and I know I'm going to be off the edge a lot. But
ostensibly, if you're off stage, unless you got knocked really far horizontally, you want jump.
Yeah.
But jump also makes your speed slower.
I don't use speed at all. I just don't.
Speed would really only be used. I guess you could close gaps faster, and I could see that being situationally useful. But yeah, no,
But anyway,
speed's very
We went from.
That's almost certainly just in the game because it's in the base. It's one of his base game ones. Oh, fight that guy, and you have.
I killed him.
I was gonna. Oh,
I killed him.
Took no time. All right.
I'm
gonna go. Why don't you take your bathroom break? I'll make.
No, we can't. We can't have silence. We can't have everybody leave at the same time. It's not how it works. We're recording this to be uploaded. That's a break.
All right. Well then. All right.
I can't do this. I can't.
Okay,
oh god, I have to vamp.
I'm gonna go make a drink.
Shit. Where did we leave off? Oh, we went from Pokemon to Smash Brothers, but I wanted to talk about Pokemon Legends when Joe got back because I think Pokemon Legends looks phenomenal. I think it's one of the coolest things that's coming out of Game Freak in a long time. I think something new to do and play with Pokemon is way better than what they've been doing. I haven't played Pokemon Unite, and I want to play Pokemon Unite. I want to play Pokemon Unite so bad. I want to. I want a Pokemon MOBA. I want another MOBA to lose my life to because I'm already fucking dedicated to Smite. So I want Pokemon Unite. I want it. It's my money and I want it now. God, I want it. Pokemon Unite is going to be so fucking cool and super toxic. Because the Pokemon community is super accepting of things that are new. You know. They're great about that. Yeah, they love it. I don't know. I like that they're trying new things with the Pokemon IP. Some people like, so let's talk about Pokken Tournament, which is the fighting game. If people don't know about it, it's Pokken Tournament was on the Wii and then on the Wii U. Or sorry, it was on the Wii U and then on the Switch. What are you talking about? I am a very accepting person. I'm very accepting. I'll shit on you for being stupid, but I don't. At the end of the day, I actually don't care, and I'm just glad that you're here. So I'm not serious when I do it. Some people are genuinely serious. Just because I have opinions of Sword and Shield doesn't mean anything about I don't accept people who... I don't dislike people who like it. That's... Alright. Alright. You know what? Look. I did. I voted with my wallet. And I don't regret it. And you know what? My son learned a valuable lesson of money. That if he wanted something, he had to buy it with his own money. He learned a valuable lesson of buying something with his own money and enjoying it. And it is his game. He gets to call it his game. So I don't understand what the problem is. I don't see any issue of letting your child use their own money to buy stuff. For like Christmas, the kiddo got a bunch of money and he wanted to order Japanese Beyblade stuff. And I said, okay, look, you want to order it? We're going to sit down and I'll go through the list, but you're going to click on what you want. And then I'll put the information in and you'll order it. And then you'll give me money and you understand the value of money now. So
good lesson.
It is good. It's good.
Kids should receive money and they should learn how to spend money.
Mm-hmm.
And they should learn how to save.
Yeah,
they should also learn how to spend.
Chad is shitting on me because I made my child if he wanted to play Pokemon Sword and Shield, he had to buy it himself because I wasn't going to buy it. And Chad's shitting on me.
Yeah, I bought not most even, but like I bought plenty of my own video games, and of course I bought more of them as I got older.
I bought
As
my
a young child, they were all gifts, and they were all just things that I asked for. But as the older I got, and the more money I had to my name, the more things I had to buy myself.
I saved for a year for the PS3 when it was $600. Like, I had work that I was doing because I was paying for my own car and giving insurance money. I didn't pay for the car, but I paid for my own gas and I paid insurance. My insurance was really cheap because my car was ass. So I had to do that. I had to give my mommy a little bit of money for that, and I had to pay gas because I drove back and forth to school and I drove to work. So I had to work. I didn't get that many hours and all that stuff, and so I saved money from my birthday, from Christmas, and then my birthday again. And after my birthday again, I got my PS3 for $600, and I earned that shit. So fuck you, chat.
It's a good experience to learn how to spend money.
I agree. Look. Here's the thing. I get to buy games. Chat, look at here, chat. I buy games, and my son gets to play them for free. Why can't it be the other way around? I bought his Switch. I buy most of the games he plays.
Yeah, I mean, and also not to like put too fine a point on it, but like you also don't see him every day.
Yeah.
And so
I also feed him.
That game is sitting on a shelf. That game is sitting on a shelf for much of the time. He is like, this just makes sense.
Just saying.
How about this, chat? If
fuck you, chat. I gotta pee from drinking beer.
If he bought himself a book, and then Titus decided to read that book.
Yeah. Am I the asshole?
If he bought a movie and didn't like it, but Titus did like the movie, you wouldn't have any problem with it.
Tell him, Joe. You tell him. Fuck you, chat.
Off his back.
Yeah. Got my buddy here. He'll defend
me. Go
me.
bathroom so we can get back to light speed.
But the
finale in this thing, we have to finish it.
The question is, do I get another one of these? Because this will be my third. 7.5%, Joseph. Okay.
And I'm probably gonna have a third.
Okay.
We need to get back to light speed warrior monstering. We've got places to be. We put finale in the title. We have to beat it. Because we want to do the other thing next week that we're very excited about. We also have to finish the Ocarina of Time randomizer tonight. You didn't explode anyone, Kitty. Don't you dare say that. No one got exploded. That would have been far more rude.
I hate that song. Sorry. We're gonna get DMCA claimed for that song.
I'm not watching this TikTok. I'm sorry. I don't know about
What is it? What is it? I can't watch it on we can't watch it on recorded, but I'll watch it afterward.
Kitty sent some TikTok. I don't know how to deal with TikTok.
Kitty, there was a TikTok that my wife saw while we were laying in bed last night, and it was this Japanese girl. She was doing this whole thing. She's like, some guys want uwos, some guys want kimochi, some guys want oni-chan, and then she did like this fucking ridiculous hentai noise. It was fantastic. I laughed my ass off. My wife did not get it. It was sad.
I mean, we all ragged on Sword and Shield, or many people did, and then many people thought that it was better than they thought. And
it was exactly what I thought it would be.
Well, and there's nothing wrong. Like, again,
but I had lower expectations than most.
Yeah, like he was allowed to buy his own game, even if it was one. The problem is it is weird, and maybe it is becoming less weird for children to share hobbies with their parents.
Is it that weird though? I mean,
I don't know. I feel like it was when we were kids.
I don't know. No, my mom loved to play Super Mario 64 with us. She loved to play Super Mario 64.
Yes.
So
I will also
she would
say-
play video games
and
with us.
And my husband's mother was the same. But the one thing that both my mother-in-law and your mother have in common, and this is not a dig at anybody, but they were a lot younger than most parents of that age of children. And I
Right.
think that just made them more open to a new hobby that didn't exist.
I guess
My mother was almost certainly never going to be a gamer.
I guess that's true, but at the same time, like, how else are you supposed to bond with your child rather than just over a hobby? He loves video games because I love video games. He's seen me play video games. He's like, my dad likes that. What's that about?
No,
I want that. Give me that. Give me that.
I think that's amazing. I just think my personal suspicion is that for people our age and older, that hobbies were more limited. They were like there were less hobbies, and also I think paternal bonding was not as common.
I guess so.
I think that parents there is some legitimate criticism of the my parent is my friend mentality.
There is a line.
There's pros and cons, and there's a line and all that jazz.
There's a serious line because you want
Snap.
What the fuck is that?
It's hilarious.
Anyway, there's good things and bad things.
Before you go into the dirt, feed a bunch of meat to your monsters to make them smarter and better.
We're going straight.
All right. No, but like I think that for a long time, and maybe I'm just wrong about this, but I feel like for a very long time, the shared hobbies between parent and child were far less diverse. And maybe I just don't have a ton of experience about this, but like, I feel like, yeah, maybe a father and son, 20 or 30 years ago would have bonded over fixing up cars. And again, I am specifically calling out the past, and I'm going to be mentioning tropes because I feel like these tropes and the past was more sexist. So like, mother and daughter might bond over cooking and like
sewing,
like
making clothes.
But if there was a father and their son was a bookworm and the father was a mechanic, they just didn't bond that much, and and I feel like in the past it was a lot less likely for the parent to make an effort in that specific regard because they are, and again, that's not good. That's not like whatever. Like that's a whole can of worms I don't need to get into. But there are a lot more hobbies these days, and a lot more of them are technology driven. And so there was, I feel like, a pretty long period where there was a pretty solid disconnect between hobbies of children and hobbies of parents.
Yeah, I would agree. I don't see we can get into parenting tips and tricks and things like that, but if you're going
I'm
to,
certainly not qualified to give any of those.
If you're going to be your child's friend, you are a friend second, you are a parent first. Right. Meaning you have to set the boundaries, you have to be the one who does the discipline, you have to be all those things. Sure, you can be there
for about 20 years, and then after that you can just be friends.
Yeah. You can be their friend in the sense that you laugh and you joke together, you share hobbies, you watch TVs and stuff together and things like that. But at the end of the day, you need to understand that they don't rule you just because you like the same stuff or they like the same stuff. They still have to listen to you on what's best for them. And that's just kind of what it comes down to. Yeah.
Like I said, as far as the idea of sharing hobbies with kids and this sort of thing, I just think that's a very different scene than it was even 20 years ago, and crazy different than say 50 years ago.
Yeah, we're in a very interesting world. We're getting really far away from Pokemon, which is interesting.
Yeah, we're not a Pokemon podcast
because I wanted to talk about Legends. We didn't get to talk about it yet.
I'm just saying I think that analyzing your roast here is a little bit more interesting at the moment.
I would agree.
I
I would agree with that.
Yeah, don't speed through that.
No, we need this.
Oh yeah, you need revive. Get rid of fucking get rid of. You have like 3 fire moves.
I have like
one of those
I have
fire
like
moves.
3 ice moves too.
I think technically blaze more and fire more. Blaze might actually be like a demon move or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess we can actually get away from Pokemon, but yeah, analyzing the roasts and stuff was like, I don't see anything wrong with. I mean, he's not to like give a bunch of information about my child, but he's in almost middle school age. He needs to learn about spending money, and if dad doesn't want to buy something for him, if he has money, he has the option to buy it himself. But he has to understand that, like, especially in a household where things are shared, people can buy the things people can play the things that you're not playing right now. If he wants to play his game and I'm playing it, I have to say, okay, it's your game. Let me save. You can play your game. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Well, and in the opposite direction, my first video game ever was secondhand from my dad.
My first video games were my grandpa. My grandpa, even though he's not like he's older, he still likes to try and keep up on technology. He's my grandpa-in-law technically. He still likes to keep up on technology, and he had a Nintendo, and then he had a Sega, and he had the Sega Channel, which was a big ass cartridge that plugged into the Sega, and a coaxial cable came into it, and your cable provider gave you a list of games that you could play all the time. And so I played that a shit ton. Because he had it. When PlayStation 1 came out, he bought a PlayStation 1. So when he wasn't playing it, guess who got to play it? That's how I learned how to play video games.
My first video game was Link's Awakening on Game Boy because my dad bought it for himself and then didn't end up playing it very much. And so I just played it myself.
So, yeah, if you want to talk about how I trashed on Sword and Shield and then played it anyway is... What's a better way to form more of a concrete opinion on a game than playing it? Answer me that. I'll wait, chat. I'll wait.
You should wait and zip around or something.
Okay, you're right. Hold on. We have to. Wait. Rewind. I'll wait, chat. Please let me know you can hear the clicking. Watching it? Oh, okay. You're right. I could do that. Right. Let me support all these big name YouTubers.
Hey, I'm watching multiple Let's Plays right now. I'm pretty pro Let's Play, all things considered.
I like Let's Plays. I don't have any problem with Let's Plays.
Do not think I have ever watched a Let's Play for more than 15 seconds.
But
I don't think I've ever watched a Let's Play for a game I didn't already own.
Here's your thing. Here's the thing. Watching a game is not playing the game. You don't get to experience all the things by watching it.
It depends on the context. If I watched a Let's Play purely on YouTube with commentary, no. When I watch my husband play a game and I'm sitting next to him on the couch and like interacting with him,
sure,
it's different.
I agree with that statement, actually. Surprisingly, I agree with that. I think watching a game through YouTube and having no direct interaction with it, you're just watching the screen roll by.
If there's commentary, at least.
I disagree. That your opinion won't change based on watching and playing. I strictly disagree.
No, I just think that if there's commentary, it's still not playing it, but it's a lot closer.
Voodoo Ranger sponsor us.
Because yeah, I don't know. And also, for many Let's Players, ostensibly what they're trying to do...
Here's my argument for the watching versus playing. Watching someone who's very skilled at Xenoblade 2 makes you think that game is incredible. Playing Xenoblade 2 makes you hate yourself if you don't know the ins and outs of the game. Because goddamn.
No... The problem with Xenoblade 2 is, and this is a legit problem in many games,
it's the tutorial is bad, and it doesn't explain the
tutorial is
concepts.
bad, and you have to, because the tutorials are bad, it puts a lot more on the player to become good at the game.
Also, I think...
For example, you either will have to like Google shit, or you will have to look up guides, or you will have to experiment. And not everybody wants to, needs to, and really should have to do that. On one hand, I don't think that a game should just tell you how best to play. I think that some of that has to come from the player. But I also think that it is not bad for a game to require a certain amount. But again, a lot of these points are subverted by the fact that the game attempts to tell you how to play the game and does so poorly.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I think that Xenoblade 2 I think that Xenoblade 2 has a good, interesting combat system that is explained poorly, and that hampers the experience.
So okay,
Full stop.
I will. I don't personally have anything wrong. Well, okay, that's not true. I want to like Xenoblade 2. Like I've said many times on this podcast before, it hits so many things for me. Big titty anime waifus, JRPG, very crazy ass kill gods nonsense storyline that's just cool. Really,
grids with spheres in them.
I like grids with spheres, man. Those are great. Like, very good characters, good story, good stuff. The plot's a little confusing just because of what's going on between Xenoblade 2 and Xenoblade 1, but that's not for a little while. All in all, the game should be a complete blowout for me. But the battle system doesn't do a good job of explaining how to make things faster or easier. And so, in my opinion, while the battle system is interactive, you have to do the chains and switch and do the special attacks and all that shit. That's great.
You have, and you need to definitely do that.
Give me a sec. While the battle system is cool, battles seem to take a long time, even if I'm fighting something that is slightly below my level or the same level as me, when I'm used to a turn-based JRPG without fast-forward functioning and being able to slaughter them real quick at the same level and then move my fucking happy ass down the road. Where Xenoblade 2, there's a bunch of fucking monsters on this path that I have to go through because I have to go that way because that's where the story is, and I'm fighting each fucking one because the aggro in that game is ass, and it takes 20 minutes to fight 3 things, and I'm like, fucking kill me. But that's because the game doesn't explain this stuff well.
But I also think that those fights are, for me, even the longer fights, and again, there are ways to speed that up, but even the longer fights to me are more interesting than straight up turn-based selecting things from a menu in many ways.
It depends on the game.
That I am actively participating in a lot more. And that's it. But it also does require a lot more active participation. And if you don't want to do that...
That's not true. I like games with some active participation, especially JRPGs, because it does keep you involved. But there are good balancing JRPGs and there's bad balancing JRPGs. If you've ever played a Dragon Quest all the way through, you will... If you don't know very much about Dragon Quest, you're going to hit a boss wall. You're going to get to a boss that wrecks your fucking day. You can be like, I'm over leveled, baby. And that boss goes, hold my beer, and destroys you. Because it happens. And I know in Dragon Quest XI, for those of you who haven't played Dragon Quest XI, please do. It's available on the Switch and the PS4. It's even available on PC. Buy the fucking game. It's really good. But there's a boss in a specific dungeon where you can go through, and I destroyed every single boss in that game. And I got to this boss. I was like, oh shit. I could lose here. Fuck. And at that point, from that point onward, there were several boss fights where it went, yeah, the normal baddies are not bad, but these bosses are going to be tough. And I like that.
Xenoblade 2, I think the one small thing they could have done that could have made the experience a lot better is they could have made it more clear that when it came to leveling, because level is really important in Xenoblade.
Yes.
That when you cannot chain attack for quite a while. So the beginning of the game, this doesn't apply to that. But when you chain attack, if you overkill an enemy, so as you continue the chain attack, you will rack up like a damage percent. The more damage you do and the more hits you do will multiply the damage you continue to do later on in the chain attack. Great. But as you...
And then overkilling an enemy gives you more shit.
There's a separate percentage gauge that starts going up. And what they do not make clear, and that they should make clear, is that percentage there multiplies, among other things, the experience you get for killing that enemy. And so there is a very, very good reward for trying to get in a chain attack right at the end of the enemy's health to rack up a ton of damage that way.
Right. The only reason why that made sense to me is if you played Final Fantasy X. By the way, play the game. It's available on PC, Switch, and PS4. Yeah, I will. Final Fantasy X, also why I'm named the way I am. The game is fantastic. If you overkill an enemy, which it will pop up and say overkill on, if you do a certain amount of damage based on their max health, it will say overkill. You will get more sphere points or AP and more money. So, that's why I knew about it.
Yeah.
It's great.
And unfortunately in the game, it just calls that bonus. And it technically applies to a lot. It applies to experience gain, weapon point leveling up gain. It applies to SP, WP, EXP, item drops. It's a bunch of stuff. So it's like very worth it to do that. But yeah, they don't make it super clear that you should be trying to.
Okay, I should read what strategy is saying here because he's saying a bunch of stuff. So you keep talking. I'm just going to read.
Well, see, now I feel like I need to read too.
I do agree that I think Uncharted is a weird battle system to get used to, and it's the same kind of fighting style that what's it called? What's the other Naughty Dog game?
Watch Dogs?
No, Watch Dogs is not Naughty Dog.
Last of Us?
Thank you. Last of Us and Uncharted share similar fighting like shooting styles and stuff. At least the first one does. I don't know about the second one.
I need to play. I watched both Last of Us games played. I really actually want to play both of them.
They're the first one is really good.
Well, especially because Last of Us has a lot of decisions to make about like weapons to use and stuff, because you can use bow and arrow, or you can use your gun, or you can use whatever. Last of Us 2, by the way, has you can make trap bombs. And my husband was not making them or using them very much. And I was like, he was like, oh, I'm trying to like bait this enemy to come get me and then shoot it. And I'm like, Jaden, you can literally make a trip mine and you can put it there. You can bait them into a bomb. And it's the only enemy. You use the bombs. And he was like, that's actually a really good point. And he started using the bombs, which are fun. You can also chuck them, and you can also there's a couple different.
Hold on, I got Kitty. Twitch just sent out it wasn't just sent out, but it was like 6 hours ago. It was about Twitch affiliates trending, and it wants you to send a clip of the channel. Go find the most ridiculous ass clip we have of this channel and reply it there because it'll be funny as hell. I've been drinking.
You should try this tournament.
We're gonna get our ass kicked. Thundeer! Thundeer's here.
We should also attempt to play some Xenoblade 2 on this stream soon, and not just vaguely in the future. We should just actually play the dang game soon.
Oh, the RF4 or the anime boobs clip are both very, very good suggestions. I agree. We should play more Xenoblade. I do. I really want to like it. I really do.
If nothing else, I'll just have you turn the difficulty down to easy so that everybody has less health.
You know what?
Just make battles faster.
I haven't played a single game on easy. Xenoblade might have to be the first fucking one.
Unfortunately, I don't think you have access to. I think custom difficulty might have been.
God, that clip is
custom difficulty
so
might have been Did you make sure and save before you went?
Yeah.
Custom difficulty might have been DLC only. Custom difficulty, you can just turn down enemy health and do nothing else. You could just make it enemies take less to kill.
Really?
If you wanted to. Yeah, that's an option.
I really do want to like it. I think, as I've said, it hits so many things, and I don't see. I mean, story-wise, there's really not a reason to dislike it. Just
no, it's a great story.
God, slogs of battle just kill me, and it hurts my soul.
I think that what we should do when we next play is.
Holy fucking shit, dude.
I think on this, you need to tell them to charge. You need to tell your enemies. I think you're wasting time by trying to do status moves. I think you just need to tell them all to charge.
I can't do anything about it. I try to tell them to be cautious so they healed.
No, I'm saying just say charge.
Okay.
Don't let them.
We'll try it.
Maybe tell Gold Slime because he's specifically. Because Gold Slime is specifically like a bunch of healing and he doesn't really do a lot of damage. But just tell your other two to charge. Just don't even wait for it.
We'll try that and see how it goes. But I don't know if it's gonna be what I want it to be. Alright. Charge. Oh wait. Sorry.
I don't know why this fight is so hard.
Cautious, charge. Go.
Let's see what they're doing. I want to see what...
No, they just wiped my ass. They just completely destroyed me.
You killed one this time.
I killed one last time, too.
I'm just trying to figure out what is... What is going on?
I really don't know.
Try one more time.
Yeah.
What is going
That's interesting. I think gaming is more selective now. We came from a time. Let's dial it back. NES, you had like two major games. You had Zelda, you had Mario. Original Zelda, not Zelda 2. That shit was bad. You had Zelda 1, you had Mario. Those are big games. And then you had the arcade games that you've seen played because you had the Ninja Turtles game and the first Metal Gear is technically. So you had these couple games that came out of NES that were really big, and then you had some niche games or some sports games and shit like that. There's a lot of games for the NES, but a lot of them are bad, and because people were very like unsure if gaming was going to be a big thing, they were very selective on what they bought. And information wasn't really that available as it is today. So they were very selective on what they bought. And then the SNES came out, and gaming blew the fuck up. Gaming just went out of control. I mean, and you had some insanely good games on SNES. You have Final Fantasy VI, you have Final Fantasy IV, you have Chrono Trigger, you have Link to the Past, you have the whole Mario collection with Mario All-Stars, you have Kirby games, you have Yoshi's Island, you have Earthbound, you have so many good games on SNES. And then people were like, you know what, this gaming shit might be pretty good.
All right, let's.
And then you have
so peeved that we can't beat this fight. I'm sorry. You're trying to talk about other things, but I just do not understand why we're having so much trouble.
And then you have Sega and SNES. A lot of games came out. Everyone remembers Infamous, Lion King, Aladdin. Those games came out in the same system. Quite a few games came out on the same system. You have Sega with Sonic and all that stuff. Like, gaming was at a really good point. And then N64 drops, and everyone's like, gaming is the fucking best. Got fucking Zelda, got fucking Mario, got some goddamn Glover, got some Banjo and Kazooie. I mean, it's crazy. But now there's so much. There's so many games. So many games. You could play a game every fucking hour and not play every single goddamn game. Like, it's crazy how much there are. So you got to be more selective in your hobbies, which is fine because different stroke for different folks, man. Different stroke for different folks. If you want to play Stardew Valley Clone 1800, then fucking play that. If you want to play Outriders, which is a terrible fucking game, don't buy that game. Do that. That's fine. It's just a Destiny clone with bullshit cover mechanics. 7.5%, boys. And kitty. And females. And non-binary pals. I've said before that I really like that. You have guys, gals, binary pals. That's like an introduction that some people use. I think that's great.
I also recently heard the term NB as a noun to refer to a non-binary person.
NB. Oh yeah, and
sometimes spelled out ENBY, but as a came NB, NB, non-binary. But saying rather than saying I am non-binary adjective, you say I am an NB, which is a noun, which is nice because there wasn't really a the noun was non-binary person, which is not convenient in any way, shape, or form.
You know what's interesting is I've still been playing Puzzles and Dragons here and there just because the Marvel collab released in Japan and I like Marvel. So I've been playing it, but I haven't been following it per se. I think that they went a bit overboard with their dungeon making and their power creep. Their power creep in Puzzles and Dragons is absolutely fucking absurd. It's just out the goddamn... It's out the window. It's... Oh, I hit fight. All right. Slashes at tornado speed. 68 points of damage.
To which? Oh, well, sorry.
To Draco. 88 points of damage to Scent. 51 points of damage. They do insane amounts of damage. So if I do cautious to heal, and then have him charge,
I also don't.
And they just kill him.
I think one of the other problem is that your guys are all using ice moves, and the Grizzlies do not give a shit about ice.
So like
reset your save.
It's rough.
You're not winning this fight.
Yeah, Shura Realm is stupid. I agree. Oh, but I wanted to have a conversation about some. This is actually going to be interesting because we have these conversations a lot about being like adaptive culture and being politically correct and such. Because we've talked about it in video games, particularly words. If I look back, like when I was in high school and such, and for those who don't know too much about me, I guess here's a peel back in the curtain of Titus's life. I grew up with a mom who is a lesbian or bisexual. Actually, she's bisexual, but so I grew up with two women in the house rather than all that stuff. So I've been in the, I guess, gay community in a sense because I've been to pride rallies and convention, or not really a convention, but get-togethers and all that stuff since I was 10, probably. So it's not new to me. So being accepting of people who, you know, are LGBTQ plus, transgender, what have you, is not fucking new to me by any means. And I cannot, for the life of me, wrap my brain around people who think differently than that. Is it some kind of fucking issue? I don't get it. I don't understand. They're normal fucking people. Why do we gotta do this? I'm gonna let that uncomfortable silence sit there because
I mean, I'm just like, I don't know how we got to this point.
Look,
in general and also specifically,
I was going somewhere with it. I can't remember where it was because I've been
Yeah.
drinking. But so like, oh, we were talking about it was about earlier because we were talking about hobbies with their kids and such. And, you know,
Is that where we were going?
no, wait, where was I going? Fuck my shit. Oh god.
I think you need to level grind some more. I think we need to find some medalies and we need to get back on track.
Ah! Where was I going with this?
Then we can rant. I do not know where you were going.
My whole brain had a thought process. Like, in my brain, there's a little dude going, all right, we got this. We're good there. Strike that off. This is going to sound cool. We're going to do that. That's cool. Maybe that's weird. We'll leave it in. We'll see how the audience reacts. We'll keep going. And then I started talking, and my brain went, we lost the paper. We don't know where it went. The script is gone. And that's what happened. So, yeah.
Oh, this is an idea. You don't have to do A rank.
What? I can just do S?
Yeah. If we're having trouble with that one specific fight,
I gotta
maybe see if you can. Maybe see if you have the money, and maybe we could just do the
beat the game. We could just beat the game right here. Sure.
Yeah,
I'm for it, man. I'm for it. I don't care.
It says you don't need it. The alternative is the gate at the bottom of the well has medalies. So, and we are not likely to be killed by a medley anytime soon, but they should still be the best source of experience for us.
Where was I? I really need to understand where I was going with that because I had a plan in my head about what the fuck was happening, and now I don't remember. It was something cool or something, and then something happened, and then my brain went.
I don't know.
I do want to put this because this is being recorded.
Oh, save.
I do want to put this out there that I haven't had a lot of alcohol in probably several months. Like, it's been oh fuck me. It's been a lot. I stopped drinking beer because I want to try and lose weight, and beer's a lot of calories. And so, no.
I didn't see you drink any water. You put these sub goals here for a reason, yeah. There we go.
We're not doing push-ups during the podcast. I'm sorry, chat.
Oh, then you need to refund that one.
No, we'll do them later.
Okay.
They're
we'll
banked.
The randomizer.
They're banked. I don't know if
All
we
right,
can
let's
do
see
the
if we can
randomizer
beat
today.
this. No, we gotta beat it. We can do it.
Brr.
I saw that this fight apparently, this first one, is possibly problematic because one of these guys might throw around death spells. But if you can get through the fight without that, I just saw a person online that was like, "Oh, I usually just skip A rank, and all you have to do is get through this fight where the person throws around possible death stuff."
So you're telling me we can beat the game like right here, and then we're
We
done?
might be able to.
We're fucking done.
It's possible. You might want to slow down. Oh, right. I forgot about this. He just has like supercharged of the OG guys. Yeah, you're gonna need to slow down.
Have I played Honey Pop before? I love
do-
Honey Pop. Honey Pop's great.
Don't do cautious on everybody. Yeah, definitely make sure we get some heals in. But yeah, I think that it was hilarious that they put in. This would be like if like you go to the Elite Four and fucking Lance, it just had like Pidgey, Rattata, and Sandshrew.
Ooh, it's a Met Killer and a Liquid Metal Slime and a Metal Dragon.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, let's see if we can beat this guy. We're already farther than we were in A rank. You probably want to start cautious on Gold Slime. Yeah.
Nope. We are not ready for this. Which is unfortunate because the other two were very easy.
This is another one where you're casting ice stuff and like 2 of these guys aren't taking ice damage.
But I can't control what they do.
Well, I know, but we need to... In that case, we need to like go get rid of... So redo the save. Maybe we can get through it. But yeah, we need to get rid of... You need less ice moves, just like in general. Or we need to figure out an easy breeding that we can do. That would get us something totally different.
But then I gotta level grind them again.
Not necessarily very much. Depending on what their experience curve's like.
Or we just say we beat it and we move on.
No, I mean, the other thing I want to say is go check your farm and see if we have like a boss hanging out in our...
I mean, we have a copycat.
Farm. Well, the copycat's probably not very strong, but like check out a few of the other monsters and see if we have some random thing that has a bunch of stats right now.
I think our best bet is these two. Or these three.
I just go check. You can speed up. It will literally take you 15 seconds.
My shirt is actually not turquoise. My shirt is green because it's the Green Power Ranger. Boop. Chat.
Get a move on, sir.
I went back into the fucking building 3 times. Ah.
Oh my goodness.
This is your fault. I'm not colorblind. It's just the lighting. It makes it look not green. It's actually green, I promise you. I'm recording. Little light's green. We've been green. Little light's red. Fuck my fuck. Hour and 46-minute recording.
We're going.
Suck it, chat.
All right, check some monsters. See if one of these is randomly like one of the bosses we just picked up and it's level like 40 or some shit. Because that is a distinct possibility.
No. Nope. Nope. Highest level is Scent. He's level 27. Next highest level is a Flame guy. Yeah, nope.
Okay. Then go to the bottom of the well gate and go until you start finding Metalese.
And just do level grinds and Metalese? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine, I guess.
Unfortunately,
that's fine.
I'm not seeing good breeding recipes for like any of these monsters. And also, if one of your guys starts to learn different moves, just get rid of some of these ice moves.
So
I think your biggest problem is that like you went on that last fight, the metal slime literally doesn't take damage from ice moves. Like you were using skills that literally did nothing.
So
just go to the last floor here.
You just want to go to the very last floor is basically what we're
doing. You'll just level grind on the last floor.
Okay. Damn, dude, I really want to know where the fuck I was going with that, because now it's eating my anxiety alive. Doggo in the background.
Yeah. Maybe not on stream, please. Maybe not on stream, please.
You can't see you. Doesn't matter. He can lick his balls, or lack thereof.
I was going to say, doesn't have any of those. Oh, hey, look, other doggo.
Hey, buddy. Hey, Bubba's.
The Johnny.
My doggo came in here too. Hi, Zephyr.
Here too.
Zephyr, stop licking people, you fucking weirdo.
He didn't do this until he got Kiara.
Yeah, well,
up.
He's a dog.
That he is.
He's a dog.
He's certainly not a cat.
She walked away.
He would be a weird ass cat.
All right, keep going.
We're going. We're running. We're flying.
Or next to last floor.
We're zooming. We're going. Oh shit, that's a lot of poison.
Okay, yeah, this should be close enough.
We're going to the last floor, baby. Oh shit. Hup, 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 hey!
Yeah, I think in general, like material monsters just like don't take ice damage or something like
Ooh!
that.
It's a metal! It's a little metal boy.
You found one? Good.
Found one
See how
metal
much
boy.
experience it gives you.
1,000.
Oh my god, they gave you over 1,000. That's significantly more than you were making in any other.
Oh my fucking Jesus.
You are having trouble with this map here.
You
You gotta go around.
Yes.
I mean, it
know.
doesn't matter.
I
We're
gotta
here
go.
to grind.
I gotta go around. I gotta go around. I gotta go around. I gotta go. Gotta go right now. 1,000 experience. Holy. Oh, shit.
Yep.
Dude! We're getting lucky as hell.
That's why we're here.
Dude, I wish it was this easy to find metal slimes in actual Dragon Quest. How long is stream gonna go to? Until we say we're done, motherfucker. So the answer is I actually don't know.
You need to stop because I told you to stop.
Yeah, it goes as long as you want it to. What was I gonna say?
Keep moving. You gotta grind. We have 7 minutes to beat this game.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Actually, I remember. So okay, so as I said, I was like, I've been around different cultures basically. So I've been around different cultures in terms of like the LGBTQ community. I've grown up in very, very poor neighborhoods and such, and then there's a lot of like, we have cancel culture nowadays, where people, if you get really, really big, people will go through every single thing you've ever done and said ever, just for a reason to like be mad at you. And in a sense, like in a way, I can understand that. If you've done some really fucked up shit, I can get that. But if you've said some stuff, but then your opinions change or you've grown as a person, I don't understand why we have to do that. Because
but people.
I've said shit in high school that I do not represent now.
But
and I try not to say that shit anymore.
When people cry out cancel culture, from when I have seen outcries about cancel culture, it is almost always about somebody doing something stupid now. There have been a few instances of it being about past actions and words.
I guess that's true.
Generally,
I guess
when
that's
I
true.
hear about it, it's about people doing dumb stuff now, and it is also usually like, okay, yeah, they did a dumb thing, and the people that work with them no longer want to work with them.
Yeah.
The end.
I guess that's true. I mean, and we're specifically, for those of you who don't know, we're specifically talking about some instance here about The Mandalorian. One of the actresses said some really fucked up shit, is out of the game.
Well, the other big one was Dr. Seuss this week.
Yes, Dr. Seuss is a big thing about how his books depict racist material. And I mean, some of his, one of his books is about Hitler in some anti-Semitic things, right?
No. He criticized Hitler a lot. Like,
is that what it was? Anti-Hitler. You're the Turtle criticizes Hitler a lot.
But that is not what this was about. This was about how in there were 6 Dr. Seuss books.
And Dr. Seuss, one of them is Mulberry Street.
That the Dr. Seuss Foundation elected to stop publishing. So the Dr. Seuss Foundation themselves talked to a bunch of people and decided that they were not going to publish these 6 books anymore. The only 2 I had heard of were the Mulberry Street one and the one about a zoo.
Yeah, that's
the other ones. Let's see here. Whatever. So the 6 books were. Let's see. Where's the list here? And to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street, If I Ran the Zoo, McElligot's Pool, On Beyond Zebra, scrambled eggs super, and the cat's quizzer. Now, I have only heard of 2 of these. The other 4, I couldn't tell you a thing about. And my understanding is basically they used some
very pretty racist like imagery.
Yes, basically it was like very racist depictions of like Asian people or black people and stuff. And like nobody is saying that most of Dr. Seuss's material wasn't great for kids. And people are not saying that most of Dr. Seuss's material isn't still great today. They are just saying that these
6 books.
These 6 books no longer pass the sniff test.
You know what? And that's I think that's fine.
But people were complaining about Dr. Seuss getting canceled, and it's like, no. Dr. Seuss's own foundation.
You can still buy Green Eggs and Ham, motherfucker. You can still buy The Grinch. Calm down.
There were a couple people that specifically like what possibly started it is that there was like some school or some foundation in some state was like they received a bunch of Dr. Seuss books and they're like, oh, actually we actually don't keep Dr. Seuss books because of this problematic imagery and stuff. So like, no, thank you to this gift. And then they talked to people and they were like, oh yeah, maybe these like 6 books are just not great and they don't represent what we want this estate to continue to represent going forward.
And you know, that's fine because that shows growth in saying that at one point these things were fine and at another point in a new point in time they're fine. So
people are going to bring up the Looney Tunes thing where they basically said, here is some extra context, where they said, we recognize that these cartoons depicted, like if you buy Looney Tunes on DVD, the problematic episodes usually do not air on television anymore. And then if you were to buy a DVD, they basically come with a disclaimer that says, hey, we recognize that some of the imagery here was not appropriate and wasn't appropriate then, and it's not appropriate now, but nevertheless it's there, and rather than hiding it forever, we are going to
show you history.
We are going to show you this with this additional context. But the problem is that doesn't work in a children's book. You can't put a disclaimer.
You can't put a disclaimer in a children's book.
It doesn't. Well, this doesn't work. It just doesn't work. You can't. Yeah, it's just that's not gonna fly. And like these books will continue to be available, I'm sure, in museums and libraries and collections and all sorts of stuff. It's not like these are gone forever.
Yeah, and so
like
where I was going with this is like I was trying to split like with my mom is, you know, all that stuff is like when I was in high school I used to say like that's just gay like all the time because my buddies would say it and you know they would joke about it and you know all that stuff and be like, why are you being gay and all that shit. Like that was a thing in high school when you were. I don't know if it's a thing in high school now. I really don't know. I'm not in high school. It's been 11 years, so I'm not sure. God, it's been a while. And I thought about it. I'm like, I would feel really shitty saying those kinds of things now. And my brain went into the thought after the whole drunkenness wears off is like you could get in some serious shit because people would dig that shit up if you ever got really big on YouTube or Twitch or politician or some shit and be like, this guy you should call everybody gay all the time. And that's bullshit.
Well, and that's the other thing too. Like if
people can change.
Well, and it's also on one hand, I think that it depends a little bit on how you handle it, right? Option 1 is you recognize that the opinions of today do not reflect, or the opinions of you that you have put online in the past do not adequately or accurately reflect your opinions of today. Right. And so you go and you cleanse the opinions that you don't stand by from social media or whatever. Right. And like, I think that that's okay, but I also think that it is equally okay to just be upfront about like, I used to say these things then. They weren't now. Exactly. They weren't appropriate then. They aren't appropriate now. And I would never say them nowadays. But I did not feel like it was honest to remove them from the internet. But at the same time, some people will argue that the words continuing to be there at all itself causes harm.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to try to make that distinction.
And you know, I can get
behind that.
That's if that's what you feel is right, then sure, that's fine. because it's the same thing as removing racist icons that we have, or whatever icons that are not acceptable to everybody, I guess, or not inclusive to everybody, whether it be a Confederate flag or a Nazi flag or something of the sort that doesn't include, that singles out people. I know those are really extreme examples, but it gets the point across. If you want to remove something that you said online 15 years ago because that was the point in the political climate, and then your views don't represent what you think now because you've actively done things to prove that you don't think that way anymore, then I don't think that we should really have a problem with the person just because of something they said 15 years ago.
Well, I largely agree with that, right? Like if someone's actions clearly now show that they don't agree with those things, it would almost be nice if there was a middle ground. That Twitter is the obvious example here. If there was a way for you to go back and flag things and say, like, I'm not cool with this anymore, but I don't want to hide it.
Yeah.
Like, I recognize that I said this and I do not think that it was good, and I recognize that it wasn't good then and it isn't good now, yada yada yada. But like, yeah, no, I don't know.
And I think that I don't think it's bad personally. I don't think we should hide those things because it shows growth. As long as your actions demonstrate that you don't think that way anymore. As long as and that's a really big caveat, Like you could say you don't do that anymore, but your actions and how you act every single day have to reflect that. You have to actively go, okay, I don't need to use this language anymore. I don't need to do this anymore. I shouldn't be saying these things. Like, as I said, people say gay a lot in high school. I try not to say it anymore. I really don't. One of the other things that my lovely wife has tried to not say is people say a lot of things, oh, that's retarded. People try to say that. I have tried to stop. I have really, really, really tried to stop saying that because my wife thinks it's very insensitive. And it is. It's very insensitive. And my mom has worked at a place for mentally ill citizens, or whatever you want. What we call it here is my city's name, Association for Retarded Citizens, or whatever have you. Where it was, I have volunteered to help with those types of things, and my wife has also tried to help with those kind of things. She wanted to be a what's it called? The
para?
Yeah, kind of like that, but I can't remember what her actual thing that she wanted to do, where she would actively help kids who had some kind of mental disability or things like that. And so I've really tried to remove that kind of word, that kind of vocabulary from, or those words from my vocabulary. But sometimes, like, years of habits of saying those things with your friends bleeds over into just how you act every day. Because, I mean, if you guys have ever attended a stream, I say fuck a lot. And I don't even really mean to. But it's something that my mom and the people I was raised around, they said it all the time. I mean, I could be a kid and literally not go 10 minutes without somebody saying that word. So as a kid, I wasn't allowed to say it. When I'm 18, it's like, here we go, baby. I'm gonna say fuck all the time.
On the other hand, my parents rarely cursed around me, or at least only cursed in situations that most people would be normal with people cursing in, right? Like bad situations, or I have just stubbed my toe, or whatever.
Yeah, the first time my child stubs his toe and says fuck, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I understand, kid. I get it.
Yeah. I have a sailor mouth now, at least, especially in casual conversation. But like, yeah, I didn't have a specific example as a kid of specific language. You are not leveling up very much.
They have a hard curve, dude.
I don't. Well, The
We're
only other thing I
actually
was gonna suggest
we're actually
is-
leveling up more than you think we are.
I feel like I've seen 1 or 2 levels.
You've seen
maybe.
there's been 4.
Okay.
One of
The other thing I was gonna suggest was pick, and this will be hard to do in speed up, but pick like Draco Lord or somebody that has a fire skill, and start selecting that move for them more.
They've been using fire skills a lot because they've been very effective against these people. If you can see the fire go across the screen.
I see it sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. I almost feel like maybe what our big problem was that we didn't level up some of our monsters enough, and we should have leveled them up more to let them get higher level skills, and we've kind of...
We'll be
I don't
fine.
know.
We'll be fine. I'm just going
I
through.
get 1 or 2 more levels, and then just try S rank again, because S rank...
Yeah, when you beat the king, the game is over.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Yeah, it was the king. It was the last one there.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, that's what I was trying to say when I was talking about earlier that I got like very, very distracted with is like recently there's been some news about there's some quote unquote with Dr. Seuss and then with the Mandalorian stuff, and if you watch the Mandalorian and Bill Burr is in that show, he recently went on a podcast and talked about how the lady who got dismissed from Disney was a sweetheart and all that stuff, and cancel culture is crazy. You have to watch what you say. They're taking away freedom of speech. Number one, no, they're not. They're a company. They have to sell something, and they don't want to sell something that doesn't include everybody. They have the right to do that.
You also do not piss off the mouse.
You never piss off the mouse. The mouse controls you.
Bill Burr, I would not be shocked if he's let go as well from the show.
Yeah.
We'll see.
You can't do that. You can't.
Yeah, you can't. And like... Yeah,
as tyrannical as that sounds, don't piss off the mouse. I mean, you're biting the hand that feeds you, right? They are paying you to be on the show. You have to abide by their rules.
Yeah, full stop. That's how it works.
It's like, I work for the government. It says in training, I can't go and say that my views are the views of the government. I can't do it, or I will be let go. It's a specific thing. And so saying shit on a social media platform where you can reach a lot of people saying shit that Disney does not agree with, and they go, and they warn you.
Apparently had warned her many times.
Yeah, not only did they say, it wasn't, they just let her go. It was, hey, don't do this. Hey, don't do this. Hey, really, we will have to let you go if you keep doing this. Oh, you did it again? See ya. And people go, that's bullshit. Most people were like, good, get her the fuck out. But the couple people, Bill Burr, were like, take away my freedom of speech. No, they're not. They're not. That's where that was going. I'm glad I brought it back around. Hi, chat. How are you? Joe's just...
I saw a politics thing. Politics.
Yeah, politics is rough. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of stuff going on right now because the COVID bills are happening, and then Texas is deciding to be fucking stupid.
It was specifically about the relief bill talks and stuff. But whatever. I'm just over it.
I actually didn't look about what she specifically said. I know that she's been in the news several times about it, and so.
Her character name was Cara Dune. What was
Gina.
Name?
Gina's her name. She's in. She's in Deadpool.
She specifically said, "She's not Deadpool lady.
She's not the hot one. She's the big girl that Colossus fights."
What's her? Gina Carano. Let me look up. So what she said, that's the specific thing that got her fired, was she basically said, and it was more language than this, but like she said something to the effect of, when governments make you hate your neighbors for their political beliefs, like that is the beginning of like tyrannical whatever. And in the follow-up tweet to that, because it was like a 2-part tweet, basically said that when the media shits on people for conservative views, that is the same as when the German government made people hate Jews during the Holocaust.
That's fucked up, dude.
That is the long and short of it is she basically was comparing to being a conservative today is
I thought that was last time she got in trouble. I didn't think it was this time.
No, that was this time.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's
yeah, and it's like again, sorry, like you can get warned a million times, but the moment you bring the Holocaust into it,
don't do that.
You don't get any more warnings after that.
Don't do
you don't
that.
get any more warnings.
Don't.
If you have been told that you have been too spicy on social media, just don't talk about the Holocaust.
That's full stop.
Full stop.
That should be how it goes. Unless you're a history podcast, just don't talk about it.
Yeah. It's just like, and if I need to, I could look up the actual text of it. But yeah, that was the long and short of it. It's like, sorry, you had already been warned about your presence on social media. Like, no.
You can't.
You're done. You're done.
You can't compare. All right, trigger warning for those of you. You can't compare a bunch of fucking crazy ass people who storm a Capitol building who don't know right from left from the Holocaust. You can't do it.
Yeah. No. Sorry. It's like. Yeah. Sorry. Nope. Just not how it goes. It's just not how it goes. Sorry. End of story.
There's no sorry about it. Like you just can't do it.
And
what's interesting is, and we should maybe think about redefining the word conservatism or being a conservative, because being a conservative means you want to be more conservative with how, or what it meant is you want to be more conservative with how the government spends money. You don't want to hand out you don't want to do government handouts. But what conservative has adapted to now is you want to be in conservative not only in money, but in your values. You want to hold those good Christian boy values, and you want to hold all the money, and you don't give a fuck about anything else. And so what conservative now has kind of turned into is you're basically a racist, sexist, homophobic,
well, no,
what have you. But
you
can't, I want people to know you can be a conservative and not be a racist or a sexist or whatever. But that's what people that's what people associate it with.
Well, it's also an entirely relative term depending on where you are in the world too.
I shouldn't say that that's what the internet has kind of adapted to. If you're a conservative, the internet automatically assumes that you are racist, sexist, homophobic, what have you.
Well, no, I don't think that's necessary.
Most of them do. Twitter is very much about that life.
I think that if you labeled yourself, I don't know. I feel like there are plenty of people that are conservative in different ways. I don't know. It's a labeling problem.
I mean, it's always a labeling problem, though. Isn't politics 90% a labeling problem?
I don't know. I don't necessarily think so. I think that...
No. We have to put this part of the podcast where we say that that's not true, and what we say do not reflect the beliefs of what we actually think. We love everybody. If you watch us, we love you. If you don't, why not? There's a degree of anti-Macy's, but...
My beef is that I strongly dislike when...
I don't hate Thunder. I just strongly dislike him.
What I dislike, and this is my beef here, especially when it comes to American liberal versus conservative, is that there's this idea that seems to be posited by a lot of media that they're like, or at least it was for a very long time, that they were two equal sides of a coin. And people are like, well, there's this anti-conservative bias in the US media or whatever, and it's like, have you considered that it's not a bias, it's that they're wrong? Like, this idea that like, oh, the media is they're just attacking all the conservative people. It's like, okay, is it possible that this particular view, and I'm just going to say particular view as an umbrella for
Man, you're walking a very dangerous tightrope.
No, I'm just saying that.
But
like,
I agree with what you're saying.
That this idea that like people, number one, we need to stop treating political parties like monoliths because they are not.
I agree.
They just full stop are not monoliths, and not everybody agrees to the same thing. And I also strongly disagree with the idea that if you vote for somebody that feels a certain way, that you automatically agree with every single attitude that they hold. Disagree with that.
Yeah.
But there's this idea that they're like, the media is against all these conservative politicians, in this debate. And it's like, okay, what were they debating? Well, they were debating about climate change. It's like, okay, well, is it possible that they're just wrong about the climate change thing?
Yeah.
I think it might be possible that they're just wrong about that. It's not a bias in the media, it's a bias in reality.
Yeah.
You've got a bunch of people that are against, and so that's the problem. And the unfortunate reality is that, at least in the US, the conservative parties tend to have more of these opinions and more of these stances that are just wrong. And there's a lot of catering to the more radical people. I know plenty of conservative people who would love it if there was a politician out there who was conservative but was socially more liberal about certain, whether it was LGBT plus rights or whether it was welfare or whether it was climate change or what have you. But the fact is that party continues to pander to the more extreme people who disagree with those things.
And the crazy thing is those extreme people are the loudest.
Well, that's true on both sides.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
That's true on both sides. But the problem is that they continue. I would say that by and large, the Republican Party in the U.S. continue to pander to the worst. Whereas I would say by and large on the Democratic side of things, moderates do better. Like there's a reason that Biden's the president. Right?
Yeah, moderates.
There's a reason that it's Biden and not Bernie and not somebody else. It's because it turns out. Oh, it's this one. The reason is because at least on the left, moderates do better.
Oh my ass! Fuck.
Oh man, you were close. You needed to turn one later. But yeah, it's just the problem is that I think on the left you have a lot less people humoring the worst people.
I guess that's true, because the right,
whereas on the right
is getting people based on the extremism.
Yes, they are continuing to do that.
Yeah.
No,
so for those listening to the podcast, Strategy brings up a good point that Biden and Obama and America are left leaning. Biden was way more left than Biden is. Biden is definitely more middle ground, and compared to the rest of the world, they're fucking on the right. Like they're fairly far on the right, because the rest of the world understands that humans need to fucking live, and right. America's not doing that.
And on the right, the most extreme people on the right that continue to be pandered to will just sit here and label everyone on the left radical leftist, and it's like, no, we're not radical. Not. You do not know what a radical leftist is if you think that we have any radical leftists in politics, literally at all.
And you know what? Here's
literally
crazy.
Zero.
Here's a crazy
literally
thought.
Zero.
Here's a crazy thought. America's not the best. America's not the best. No. America is not the best, and you know what? The rest of the world isn't following America anymore. The rest of the world left America in the dust because they go, "Hey, we're going to the bar for some drinks. You guys want to come along, or are you going to just sit here at Chili's and order appetizers for the next 10 years? Because we're going to the next place." No? You want to stay? Okay, well, bye. And that's what happened. This podcast is all over the place, man.
It is.
But that's why it's raw.
Yeah, this is the rawest episode yet. But no, yeah, the problem is that we continue. If both sides did a little less pandering, maybe things would be a little bit better. Like, both sides should pay, and that's not to say that the center is always the best thing and that blah blah blah. But like right now, our country could afford to pander a little less to the most extreme people when the majority on both sides recognize that those things are wrong. But especially on the right, but on both sides, people don't want to lose constituents.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, he has medals.
Like how low health you have.
Yeah, I have. Well, now my heal heals me to full HP regardless.
Oh, it's the metal man. It's not the king. It's the metal man.
No, it's the king with his metal mans. I think that's what it was.
No, the medal with a D. It's that guy. The tiny metal guy. You need to make some heals happen this turn.
We're gonna run cautious mix, and then we'll. Oh my lord. Oh, okay. We might have a chance still, actually.
Who has? Oh, Dracolord's the one with the revive, though, isn't he?
Oh shit. Okay.
Keep going. I mean, keep going with Semisar. He's at least your tankiest, so just see what.
We can maybe
Reset.
we can maybe win that. For some
You
reason,
actually might just want to, if you have a good run this time, save state after the second fight.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to get stuck.
True.
Because this fight is not that big of a deal. So next, I'm gonna run cautious mixed charge.
Yeah, in the second fight, run some more cautious
Cautious
mixed
mixed
before
charge.
you go into the third fight.
All right, cautious charge, and then we're gonna plan cautious mixed charge. All right, so now we have a little bit more HP this time.
Okay, yeah. And then hopefully if you go cautious charge, or I guess you want
cautious mixed charge.
Cautious. Yeah, I guess
Scent died immediately.
he took 200 damage?
Yeah.
Oh, it's because it was rain slash. I think that's like a beast effective move. So that one might be a little bit of luck. But Dracolord has revive, so if you go cautious. Oh.
Come on, gold boy.
No. This isn't gonna work, is it?
Come on, gold boy, you can do it. Come on,
Gonna work.
come on, Goldilocks.
He's not gonna run out of mana.
Ever. Goldilocks, go!
I mean, they're not healing.
And I have a full heal. My heal is literally a full heal.
Yeah, and they're...
Oh my god. Alright, plan.
There's no way that we win this way.
No, damn it, we died. Son of a bitch.
What? How did...
You got a crit.
Oh. Okay, alright, well that helps. I think you just need to not... If you can kill that one thing, try again. Let's just grind this out. Let's do this.
Yeah, I think we could probably do it. If I can have two alive there and not fucking just die. Okay, so we're gonna do in this fight we're gonna do mix charge.
Fight. Yeah.
We're just gonna mix charge all the way through. Good. All right, that's good. Okay, so next we're gonna do cautious mixed charge. Cautious mixed charge. Holy shit. All right, so cautious charge. Nope, died. He got hit before he could do anything. He got crit. Like, random crits are killing us. Mix, charge. Go. Yeah, man, poison is nice, but... Scent died immediately because of fucking death magic.
This one, there's the KO dance. Yeah, just reset on this one, yeah. I mean, I guess Dracolord does have Vivify or whatever, but like...
It's not worth it. It's a chance to revive.
Yeah.
Fight!
Honestly, the first fight you
Nope.
just might want to hit fight.
Died immediately.
Oh, KO gas to get or KO dance or whatever.
Yup. Let's get ready to rumble. All right, they died. We got them. Killed them. They're dead. They're out of here. Cautious charge. Gotta heal everybody up to full. Then we're gonna do. Oh, I didn't mean to do that again. Actually. Really? What
Cautious. Some of them are defending themselves instead of attacking.
Okay, we're all at full fucking HP right now. After a ridiculous thing, I have to pee so bad again. God damn, so much beer.
Just go.
You vamp. Vamp.
I'm good at vamping. I can vamp maybe. I mean, I'm not like the best at it, but I can do it. Oh man. Man, Drunk Titus is something else. It's been a while since he's been this sauced. But he's back.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. We can do this.
Oh, there it is. I was like, where did my hand sanitizer go? I found it. Okay.
All right. I would advise.
What's your advice? You know what?
I was gonna say don't speed up, but at the same time, it doesn't change anything. I'm tempted to see what happens if you go mixed charge.
You know
I
what?
guess gold should just stay cautious from
Nope.
the get-go.
We're doing mixed charge, baby.
You see what happens?
We
I
died.
can't remember if mixed is more status. Just keep going. Just fucking charge or go cautious charge. Yeah. Excuse me? How? Also, did you have it like auto hitting A? What was going on there? What? Excuse me?
I don't understand, but he did it.
All right. Well, I guess don't fast forward now.
We're now the representative of the great tree.
I just said don't fast forward.
I didn't.
You did through the dialogue.
No, I didn't. It said we were the representative of the fucking great tree. The king needs you. We're on the way.
Legend.
At last, you're in the final match. I've waited for this day. From now on, you can use all the rooms in the Chamber of Travel Gates. Oh my! Big.
Wait, is there another tournament round?
Yeah.
There's not another tournament round, is there?
We're calling it beat.
Wait. Because I thought you had to. I thought the whole thing was that you do some tournament and the last person you fight is your sister who is also fighting to get a wish to come home.
Yeah, it's this one. Because Great Log.
Yeah, she was in Great Log the whole time.
Yeah, we have to fight Great Log now that we won the tournament, but we beat the
But
game.
is it just like one fight or is it? I don't know what it is.
I don't know. We can go see. Ooh, hey, look, it's the great tree. Shake, shake, shake.
Yeah, this is a bunch of stuff.
Shake, shake, shake.
After this point,
yeah, all of the things are open now.
or at least they can be.
Can I go beat the game though? Oh shit! Too fast.
Maybe you're supposed to beat the gate. Go back to the tournament place, the arena, and just see what's in there. I'm just curious if there's like if there's like a new page.
They're being no. We have to go beat all the rest of the gates, and then the thing is being trained.
I think you'll have to beat the gate of reflection. Is the last thing you have to do, but that is also probably very long.
We beat the game, guys. Guys, we beat the game. We beat all of the tournaments that were located.
Dude, I want to see how many floors it is. Let's see how many floors it is.
We beat the game.
Run in there. See how many floors it is.
We can't do Zelda randomizer today. We don't have enough time. We've been recording for 2.5 hours. It's gonna be a long ass 28.
Okay, well,
we beat the game, guys. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Check that out, guys. We got the roll credit scene. See, look, guys. Isn't that cool? Look at that cool roll credit scene. It's customized because I talked to the creators of the game because my dad works for Square Enix. So I got a custom credit scene. Check it out. It's cool.
Load up some Zelda now.
I hate this.
Do it. Do it. End the recording. Let's do some Zelda. We gotta do it.
Do we? I don't know if we have. I think all I have to do is beat the Shadow Temple, and most of it's been beaten.
The problem is we have 3 temples left, and 2 of them give spiritual stones, and we don't know which ones are.
I thought we beat all the temple. We beat fire. We beat forest.
There are 3 dungeon rewards left to get, and we only need one of them.
We beat Jabu Jabu. We beat Deku. We beat Dodongo. We beat forest. We beat water. We beat fire. We beat spirit. We're about to beat shadow. What else is left?
I think you're wrong, but let's load up the game and find out.
Fine. Hey, thanks for joining us on this interesting episode of Talkin. God damn it, Joe! I'm trying to remain composed here. We've been drinking alcohol and having a good time. If you like what you saw, thank you, and make sure you
like that smash button, and join us on Twitch and watch our YouTube and hit Come back next week for the new show. Well, it's the same show, but the new season. We're gonna have a new. I'm very excited. I'll do it after the stream is over. I have to stop with the recording. Okay. I appreciate everybody for hanging out with us today. And she just redeemed 5 more fucking push-ups because she hates me. Thanks, everybody. We'll be doing this again next week with a new game that I'm very excited about that Joe has put together. And it's going to be a lot of fun. This was a very, very true to form Raw Talkin' It. I'm just going to put that out there. I mean, if this show had... If this was your favorite episode... Then... like that smash button. If there was ever an episode to be an example of what the show is trying to get across, it'd be this episode. I'm not sure we set any examples tonight, but we can agree to disagree on that one. We're not a Pokemon podcast, though. That is, I think that myth has been put to bed. I want to know from the chat. Let's get a poll going. Was beer a good idea or a mistake? Let's think about that while I drink this. The results will be revealed next week. Check out next episode of Dragon Ball Z.